all know Japan is a decades-old paradox.
It can be ultimately modern, but at the same time, it's completely traditional. It has perplexed observers for decades as to how Japan can be so advanced in terms of technologies and infrastructure, but at the same time being wedded to traditional cultural approaches to also incorporate.
Japanese companies are at the same time innovative and disruptive, whilst retaining strong alignment to traditional structures, risk aversion, and detail obsession.
So, how does Japan retain its place in position of the global economic league tables when it seems to stubbornly refuses to move with the latest corporate thinking? It needs to be asked as to whether it is really possible to do business as a foreign entity in Japan, or are things are so weighted against foreign entrant that it really isn't worth the effort.
The answer has to be a resounding yes, as many companies have entered the Japanese market and had great success. However, many companies have also failed to crack the Japanese market.
So, what is the key to doing business in Japan in a successful and sustainable manner? We strongly believe that understanding Japanese culture is the key to success. How can Japan be innovative and traditional? The answer is culture. How can Japanese companies retain strong alignment with hierarchy and remain efficient? The answer is always culture.
Looking at Japanese business culture is not a nice to do, it's a definite need to do. Take the time to really understand the key drivers of your Japanese colleagues, clients, and other stakeholders, and you will find the benefits. The higher a Japanese manager rises within an organization, the more important it is that he appears unassuming and lacking ambition. Individual personality and forcefulness are not seen as the prerequisites for effective leadership. For a Japanese manager is to provide the environment in which the group can flourish. In order to achieve this, he must be accessible at all times and willing to share knowledge within the group.
In return for this open approach, he expects team members to keep him fully informed of development. This reciprocity of relationship forms is the basis of good management and teamwork. Instructions for managers can seem extremely vague to Western ears, and this often causes confusion and frustration. This difficulty is caused in no short measure by problems around styles of communication, as users of coded speech, where what one says does not necessarily correspond to what one actually means. Direct and clear instructions are not needed. The Japanese subordinate will second guess what the boss wishes to happen, and then react accordingly.
It is therefore often necessary to ask for clarification if tasks seem vague or unclear. It is better to seek clear understanding at the outset than to allow misunderstandings to produce poor results or tensions in the relationship.